Hello everyone, Jurassic Man here today, and we finally get to review the big 2017 Kong Skull Island 18-inch King Kong. Although I think King Kong is trademark for Universal's use, as if you notice, this movie is made by Warner Brothers and they never refer him as King Kong, only Kong. Which is probably why his name is called Kong Skull Island, not King Kong Skull Island. But, movies like these, they're epic. I really love giant monster movies. They're probably one of the few movies that rivals, like, dinosaur movies, even though there's only 4 right now that I actually like, and a few others, but yeah. So, one thing to say about this guy is that I've been anticipatingly waiting to get him. Honestly, little side story, it took me like months trying to find this guy and get him. When I had the money, I couldn't find him. When I didn't have the money, I found him. And it was just a frustrating pain to find him in Walmarts. Especially that I can only find him in one Walmart out of all the 3 Walmarts that live in my district area. Yeah, it's pretty sad that they're all close together, but yeah, I finally got him yesterday, actually, by the time this video is being uploaded, and at the same time, I managed to get a copy of the DVD released before, because today, the movie of this date has been released. So, what about this guy? He is really cool, and I had to film him in this position because, well, he's just too huge. He's too huge to fit in the small desk, so I had to put him in the big one. And he still towers over the screen. This is how far I had to get him to see a full cut, all the way from his feet to the top of his head. Now, let's get right into the review. One thing I like to mention is that this Kong is kind of cheap, but still pretty cool. When Godzilla came out, when they made the big Godzilla, that thing was like $60 or more. While this guy was only $25, and yet it still rivals. Godzilla still kind of rivals him. For one, he's made with his plastic. Seems like he's a hollow plastic, but he has a weight to him, especially by the bottom of his feet. So I'm guessing at least his bottom side is heavy while the top is light, and that makes sense so he doesn't fall over. I have seen people talking about these guys falling over, and maybe their feet in opposition, and this guy has a few articulations. There are 2 articulations that are kind of minor, but some people kind of wanted them. For starters, knees and hip and waist articulation, along with movable arm articulations. Now, the only one I would like is probably some arm articulations, swivel so you could actually move it sideways. And I guess that's what his hands are for. And another thing, since this guy is kind of cheap plastic, he kind of almost split in half on the shoulders. And yeah, that kind of scared me. The seam lines are pretty obvious. The paint job is minor okay. Now he does have paint, like I said. It's coming out black in the screen, but actually it's pretty brown. I really like what they did with his mouth. They made it all glossy, and they gave his teeth yellow instead of pearl white as they usually do in toys. And he has these nice orange eyes, even though in the movie he looks like he has darker orange than the coloration we have. It's actually more of a yellow than an orange. And I really like the face. If it wasn't a neutral face, it would really look like Kong, but I guess this is the best we get. I mean, who wouldn't want to get a face like that? He has scars on his chest, just like in the movies. And he's not very detailed, actually. This guy's really heavy to hold. He has some chest fur and such. And he doesn't have anything down there, which is good. Nobody wants to see his other monkey. And he has hairs all over him. Now he does have screw holes. He has 6, 2 in his ankles or in his calves, and 4 on his back. And he does have a screw right there, but oddly enough, this Kong was not screwed into his box. It's very strange. In fact, it was screwed in the top of his head. There's a little dot right there, a little deep gash. I'm not sure if that's part of it, but that's Kong was screwed up on his head, and the screw was not even tight on. My brother just ripped it out. And yes, this guy was hard to take him out, so yeah, there's that. I guess because it's Walmart, and you know how everyone does it in Walmart. Now, I am gonna get a bit quiet, but I'm gonna keep my voice a bit high so you guys can hear me while I present his arm articulations. Alright. So he does have arm articulation, as I explained. His shoulders can go all the way up here, down to his arms, and he can twist his wrist. I don't know if you guys can see. Twist his wrist all the way around 360, although he has complications since his arm joints are very stiff. I haven't actually tried twisting his arm all the way, but he can swivel. He's very cautious when moving him. He's not like a NECA toy. He can move his arm forward, and he actually has elbow articulation, which my brother got jealous because most of his Star Wars figures don't have that, especially the ones that need it. It's troopers. And because of that, he can do this. And one of the features is that he can actually ground pound. Oh, me Kong, me hungry for chungus. And his ground pound is the same as how you do it in his other arm. Though, I think what you should do is move the top one first, and then move his arm. It's really hard to do this, but you can get him in the ground pound stance. Now he has a few articulations. He has 12 or 11 points for articulation if I'm corrected. I'm gonna say 11 because in all evenness there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 articulations. His head can move, although I wouldn't move it too much as the seam line in the shoulder will do it. He is very light, so I'll repeat myself. Don't move his head or most of his parts too much, as the seam can open up and probably crack the figure. He does have hand articulations, so you can move his hands. Don't go 360, because that would also open the thing. I am very scared of trying to break this toy, even though it's only $25 plus tax, which is $27 over here. This guy is the only one I could find. Actually, there was another one, but I didn't like how his eyes were, as this one was sort of droopy and this one was sort of inwards. I don't know how to say that, but and I like to put him in a position like this, as he could hold one of my figures I'm about to show later. Let me keep him in a neutral position. This is the best way to review him. He has foot articulations, and I like how detailed the feet are. They even got down to the toenails and the feet under. No, it's not on a ball joint. It's on more of an axle in a way. You can move them around like a ball, but I've noticed that there's actually something in here that prevents it from going up and down. You can make it sideways and such, but I'm gonna keep him in the position he will default as the best way for him to stand. Again, I'm apologize for my quiet voice. I don't want to wake up everyone. It's pretty late right now, but yeah. Paint job, it's alright. It's not very brown, but we don't usually see Kong as brown. We usually has black fur, but I guess trademark. Sometimes Universal does kind of, makes you want to sink for what they do. I mean, let them borrow it. At least let them borrow the full name. Kong, of King of Skull Island. That's the best they could get to him. Kong King. Let's call him that. Kong King. Yeah, is that what you want at Universal? Chunga. Beating my monkey. Sorry for the inappropriate jokes, but he's a monkey. Well, technically, he's not a monkey. He's a Muto, as the movie calls him. So yeah, that's Kong. And let's get right into comparison. I'm going to start off with the biggest of the figures. I'm going to try my Hasbro Indominus Rex toy right here. He is possibly the second largest dinosaur toy in the Jurassic Park line, I think, next to the Bull T-Rex. And as always, as a Hasbro trademark, he cannot stand. Or just a trademark to all big dinos, says they can never stand. I'll be honest, they never really do. The Bull can stand for a while until it falls over. And as you can see, this guy is still tall. That's why I got the big ones here. And speaking of the bulls, let's get the bull. Now the bull can stand on his own for a while, like I said. Not too long. And even in this, he still dwarfs it. I think by tallness, the Hasbro Indominus Rex is tall. That thing is, yeah, it's still taller, but it's less impressive than the bull. Color scheme, yeah, but now the bull, this guy can beat up the bull. That's one thing to know. And let's get another favorite of mine, the 2005 Ultra T-Rex, which is also small, but he doesn't go as big as the bull or the Indominus. He goes down to his knees area, while these guys could go up to the hips. So that's the third largest I have compared to the other dinosaurs. And let's get right to the other dinosaurs. Here's a Kenner young T-Rex from the first movie, and it's also down by his knees. So there's that. And this Kong could also beat up this guy, probably even grab him. I'm not gonna try because I already tried that and he fell over. That scared me. Luckily I catched him. Here is the small Dilophosaurus, and I've been using this guy for grappling purposes, as he can actually fit in Kong's hand like that, like he's about to eat a lizard, like in the second remake Kong movie where he ate multiple baby crocodiles. I don't know if they actually did that in real life, but that's gotta be sad. Okay, let's get you out. And he fits perfectly too. And let's bring the little baby Dilophosaurus that I got from a collection and a gift. And he would be the exact same size as a human in that scale, I think. So this could be a full-grown Dilophosaurus right there. And there's Kong. There's Kong. And this is a full-grown Dilophosaurus. So you get the sense of scale, especially when they showed it in the movie. And let's get started with human figures. Let's get Roland Temple, this 4-inch figure. And in 4-inch, he's actually his knee size, so I guess these guys were in their mid-range by his shin. And he's still tall. He can't really grab him. I already tried with all the other Kenner figures. He can't really grab. And that just reminded me of the exclusive Kong figure. I've completely forgot. I even buried him under the desk he is in. But he comes with this small little G.I. Joe people. It's from the company Lenard, so I guess they make good toys. I've heard that they're trying to do a prehistoric line again just to get more money from Kong. And I think I just get the animals there, but like Roland Temple, he's almost knee height. In fact, he's actually smaller than knee height. He's probably 375 inches. So that's what we're gonna get for Mattel Jurassic World. I really wish they just picked 4-inch, just like the old one, so it's compatible. Now let's get a 6-inch figure, the Rogue One Shore Trooper. And as you can see, he's almost down to his crotch. So imagine a guy this size was Kong, and there's a giant monkey on top of him, and then there's Kong. Okay, I gotta stop with those inappropriate jokes. And that's about it. That's all I got for comparison. I want to get the big eyes, especially those Pteranodons, but some of the Pteranodons I kind of lost are too big to fit in the screen. So, in all, Kong is an amazing figure to get. I highly recommend it. And, oh wait, I actually do have one figure. That's gonna go great. And it is Godzilla! Oh. Godzilla is very small for Kong, am I right? Right. So I hope you guys liked that review. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and such, and blah blah blah. And I'll see you guys next time. Signing away, Kong. Oh wait, he's not electronic. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. He's not electronic. So, yeah, see ya, guys.